What have the greatest people on earth in common? The Olympic athletes, the Michael Jordans, the Cristiano Ronaldos. They are all great in some area. And it is that greatness in them inspires us. And when I look at that specifically, I'm not inspired to become great at basketball. I'm not inspired to become great at athletics. I'm inspired to become great at living life. And if that's you too, welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Ron Wiegman, founder of the Order of the Pure Man, a former military sergeant. I've been to Afghanistan and I love leadership. And in these YouTube videos, I'm going to share exactly the path, how I am going from good to great, so you can apply exactly the same strategies and principles to apply it in your life too. Because honestly, it's amazing to be great in a certain area. But what if you can be great in life? What if you can be the greatest at living life? For me, that's one of my biggest missions, my biggest visions. And I tried to do this in private, but my heart and my soul was always telling me, it's time to do this. It's time to record. It's time to share every single thing, holding nothing back. Because what I've seen in most coaches, most leaders of movements, they always share the path when they are already at a certain level, but they never really share what they are doing. And that's a shame, because there is so much to learn from just sharing the lessons, listening to the lessons, not 20 steps ago, but just right there in the moment. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to coach myself during this channel so you can learn from that, sharing my biggest lessons so you can learn from that, and basically sharing the journey from good to great. How I am trying to become a man who is the greatest in living life. Think about building the Order of the Pure Man. A high-end exclusive community for men who are willing to become great at every single domain of life. It's a journey on getting in my best shape and then staying there for the rest of my life. I've already reached a body fat percentage below 7%. It was once in my life, and then always slip back. So I have a good body, I have a good business, but both are not great. Then I'm also going to share how I'm going to become ready for a marriage, for a home, building a family. Because this is one of the most exciting and frightening times of my life. Right now I'm in a relationship for 7 years. I have a fiance, a beautiful fiance, and we have big plans. And what I'm going to do is share every single thing on the way to actually have the marriage of our dreams and building the family we always wanted. And it's not only that, it's also sharing how to become a more charismatic man. What I'm doing to become more charismatic, what I'm doing to become better in communication and leadership in every single domain of life. And last but not least, and maybe even the most important, my relationship to God. How I approach it, how I see it. And this is coming from a man who's just discovering that. I'm not a preacher, I'm not an expert, I'm just a normal guy sharing his lessons on every single domain of life so you can learn from that. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Because you see, on this path, there are so many guys online that are hiding the truth, hiding the facts. So my plan for this YouTube channel is that we're going to hold nothing back, as I said before, but I'm going to share every single thing, the numbers, the facts, on the weight, on the bank account, on the relationship, everything. Because if we are not speaking from facts, if we are not telling everything, the lessons are not really that powerful. What can you expect? At least one YouTube video a week in a setting like this, and full transparency, as I mentioned a couple of times before, it's so important to me. It's also frightening to me because I never exposed myself online. So this is going to be the first time, but I see it as a challenge, as extra accountability, and Hey, my business is called The Order of the Pure Man. My philosophy is called The Pure Man. So this is the only way to go. And before I'm going to finish and wrap this up, so you already have some understanding, I already started and quitted this YouTube channel for 3 times. 3 fucking times. And I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed creating the vlogs. I enjoyed filming. I enjoyed editing. I enjoyed a lot of that. I also love watching vlogs. Like, I love that a lot. Like, people sharing their journeys. But I quit. And why was that? Because every single time I started, it was all rooted from fear. It was all me trying to prove myself, prove my worth, get validation from others, getting praise. And when I didn't get it the way I wanted to, because I expected to grow faster, I quit. And yeah, it happened 3 times. And this is maybe something you relate to. You start something, you don't get the results you want to, because it's a process. We're just learning. You expect so much more from yourself, and then you quit and you do something else. I did it a lot. So my coach asked me, so Rowan, why is this different? Why is this time different? And that answer is simple. This time is rooted in love. A love for myself, a love for other people, and especially because I'm not holding back. Every single thing is being put on the table, so I can look at that from a place of love. And I am doing this simply so that the old me had someone to look to and learn from, but also for my future family. Because how cool would it be that I'm documenting my journey and that my children can then watch that and learn from that? And also for myself, like me exposing myself, me sharing my deepest, darkest truths, the facts of where I am, the things I'm not really comfortable with sharing them, is learning, is growing, is basically an extra accountability for this process. So it's all rooted in love, because even if nobody is watching this, even if nobody is ever responding to this, I am learning from that. And that's the most important thing. And don't think about this as an egotistical thing, but think about it as a thing that sometimes you have to do things in life just because you love it. Not because you want to get something out of that, just because you love doing that. This is me trying to do what I love without asking for anyone's permission and just going. Because if there is something you want to get out of this video already, is one thing. You don't have to get permission from anyone. Almost all my life, I was always waiting for permission from anyone to get what I want, to do what I want. My soul, my heart were always telling me the path to follow. But in reality, oftentimes I was afraid. Oftentimes I did not follow through because I didn't get the permission I wanted to have. And even when people told me my plans were a good plan, I didn't follow through. I didn't do it because I was just afraid. So if you even resonate a little bit with that, this is your permission slip to go all fucking in on that what you want. Nobody is needing to give you permission but you. So I'm excited for this journey. I hope you are too, because there's so much we can cover. There's so much I'm going to cover, but this is it for the first video. This is the journey from good to great.